Hi everyone, I'm back with part 2 of my video on weight loss journey. Weight loss was never about punishing my body. It was about learning how to work with it even on busy mornings when life was already running late. In the previous video, I spoke about how I discovered intermittent fasting as Dr. Mindy Pelz taught it, and how it has helped me reduce the weight that I had gained and keep it down without sacrificing any of the foods that I ate. A little discipline, a lot of patience, and repeated boring things till they became your new normal was my mantra. So in this video, I'm sharing what actually worked for me. Small food choices, fasting window tricks, and a mindset shift that made this all doable in real life. Not another diet plan, but just some practical things I could repeat. If you're trying to lose weight without giving up every food that you love, then stay with me. I will talk about small changes that I made which caused the biggest differences in my life. Here is a short summary of key tips that have worked for me. But before that, a reminder. This is not medical advice. This is just me narrating things that have worked for me. So please check with your doctor before trying any intermittent fasting or making any changes to your food habits. So let's talk about the exciting part first, which is the eating window. First, try to combine fresh fruits, vegetables, and a variety of menu within your eating window. This is how I do it. I eat my fruits before my breakfast or before my lunch. Eating fruits and salads before your main meal is ideal, specifically if you eat fruits 30 to 60 minutes before your raw vegetables. Eat your salads right before you eat your cooked meal, which is your other main portion of your meal. Why do you eat fruits first? Because it helps fast digestion. Fruits digest very quickly, and if you eat them on an empty stomach, then they don't get trapped behind heavily cooked foods, which causes gas and bloating. Second, nutrient boost. Your body absorbs the vitamins and natural energy in fruit best when there is nothing in your stomach. Why eat salad second? Because it controls the blood sugar spike. Eating raw fiber, especially salad, creates a protective mesh in your gut that slows down how fast sugar enters your blood. Control hunger. Fiber fills you up, so naturally you eat smaller portions of the heavier main dish. Therefore, the correct order is fresh fruit, wait for 30 to 60 minutes, then raw green salad, eat immediately before the main course, and follow it by proteins and fats, that is lentil, meat, paneer, tofu, and finally carbohydrates, rice, roti, bread, whatever you may like. Since I'm mostly having 1 or 2 meals a day, I try to ensure the best way to get as much variety as possible is through combination dishes. For example, rotis will never be plain rotis in my house. There'll always be some kind of parathas with vegetables or pulses in it. Hide the less loved vegetables and let them disappear behind the taste. So the leafy greens and the bottle gourd, I'm looking at you. Similarly, rice will never be plain rice. It'll always be with some chicken or some vegetables or some dal. It packs maximum flavor and nutrients in fewer dishes. Also, another benefit, it makes packing lunch easier for your kids or yourself. I have a major sweet tooth, so sacrificing sweet is out of the question. However, what I put in my mouth to satisfy my palate and brain has changed. Dessert after meals is mostly dry fruit, especially dates. I still eat cakes and brownies, but they have to be made at home using no sugar, just sweetened by jaggery or dates or bananas. Savor the food you eat. Eat slowly. This is a tip that I'm working on myself. But the tips that help your fasting window extend longer is black coffee. I'm a big black coffee fan. I do not have it with sugar or jaggery. It just helps me extend my fast and get over the hunger temptation. The other thing I do is I brush immediately after I finished eating. That signals my brain that the fasting window has now officially begun. And I've also realized that hunger is just a fleeting thought. It will come and it will go. It's about changing your mindset to forget that. And don't eat in front of the TV. That's another rule that I've made in the house, because it registers a habit in your brain. And every time you switch on the TV, you might feel like you want to eat even though you're not hungry. Again, no carbonated drinks or juices or smoothies in my house. I drink a lot of water the first thing in the morning, and then I sleep early so that my brain begins the autophagy phase. I always make sure that I listen to my body. Some days my mind may be fully motivated, but then other days my body might take over and ask for more support. On those days, I adjust my eating and fasting windows without guilt. Consistency over time, not proving a point to your hunger pangs. And yes, this can even work on vacations. I do not mean becoming that person who refuses a dessert while everyone else is living their best life, do I? For me, it simply means having a heavier breakfast, choosing an earlier dinner when possible, and trying to keep some version of fasting window even on vacations. So I don't want to turn my holidays into a military operation, do I? So stay tuned for more, and I promise I'll come back with my videos.